You think your local restaurant is serving up the freshest shrimp from the Gulf? You might want to think again. Your shrimp and seafood may actually be coming from other places in the world. 4 New Reporter's Tony Sadiku standing by live in Matlacha, where people love their seafood, to show you how smaller, cheaper shrimp are taking over and taking a toll on local producers. Tony?
Patrick, shrimp is the most common seafood in America, but that doesn't mean it's always made in America. The United States imports about 90% of the shrimp and the seafood rather than we consume, leaving local producers to battle big importers for business.
Control. Everything matters as far as where you're cutting your fish, where you're unloading them, how you treat them, how you hold them, how you handle them.
Andy Fisher is a local fisherman and manager of the Island Seafood Market in Matlacha. He says aside from how locally caught seafood is handled, the taste speaks for itself.
You know, people, they will go to Publix and buy a piece of fish, but they will come here and realize that there is a huge difference in something that was brought over from halfway around the world rather than in their backyard.
And locals agree.
No frozen, no preservatives, no color added. These are fresh right out of the Gulf of Mexico.
Fisher tells me this dock used to be filled with grouper and shrimp boats, but as imports have grown, demand for locally caught fish has diminished.
We are a dying industry, for sure. I mean, there's not a lot of fishermen that are out there catching their own fish.
Fisher says by catching his own shrimp, he's able to cut the middleman costs of operating his business, but being a supplier isn't cheap either.
Regulations, certain permits that we have to carry to be able to do what we do. So there definitely is a lot of extra costs, and it is intimidating to have to deal with that and still compete with imported markets.
And even though imports will likely continue to threaten local business, Fisher says he's not going anywhere.
Your shrimpers, grouper fishermen, snapper fishermen, they built this community, so we take pride in being able to carry that torch on for many generations to come.
And by the way, if you're a fan of locally caught seafood, don't forget stone crab season starts this Thursday. Reporting live in Matlacha, Tony Sadiku, Fox 4 in your corner.